The 2025 WNBA season is arguably one of the most eagerly awaited in the league's history. Following a 2024 campaign that experienced remarkable growth, the team that led the increase in viewership and attendance now seems ready to compete for a championship. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever will kick off their preseason activities in under a month, with the regular season starting on May 17th. However, which matches on the slate stand out the most? Here is an exploration of what might be considered the team's 5 most awaited games of 2025. It is difficult to exclude this matchup from consideration, as it has been relocated to the United Center, the largest capacity NBA arena, and will signify the inaugural occasion when a WNBA regular season game is broadcast on primetime network television. Clearly, contests between Clark and Angel Reese continue to generate heightened interest. The Fever will have the opportunity to gauge their performance against the reigning champions just 1 week after the season begins. This matchup also serves as a star-studded event and a potential preview of the WNBA Finals. During the 2024 season, the Fever managed to secure one victory over the Liberty, which was notable for Clark achieving the first-ever triple-double by a WNBA rookie. If the 2025 WNBA draft unfolds as anticipated, this game will represent the initial professional encounter between Clark and Paige Buchers. Additionally, it's worth mentioning that Clark set the single-game assists record for the WNBA against Dallas, while new Fever forward Natasha Howard will face her former team, the Wings. Likewise, Nalisa Smith will compete against Indiana, with the Wings also showcasing former Fever rival DeJoni Carrington. Last season, the Fever posted an 0-4 record against the Aces, making it essential to observe how they measure up this year, thereby highlighting this match on the schedule. Subplots for this contest include the return of new Indiana guard Sydney Colson to Las Vegas, along with an early confrontation between two potential MVP frontrunners, Clark and A'ja Wilson. We will prioritize the most significant matchup. This entails the season opener and the first of 5 encounters featuring Clark and the Fever against Reese and the Sky. Although additional important games will undoubtedly emerge after the season commences, the excitement surrounding the first opportunity for fans to see the Fever back in action, especially in a rivalry contest, is unmatched. This overview does not even account for the WNBA All-Star Game, which will be held in Indianapolis on July 19th. The Fever are almost assured of having strong representation in this exhibition, and perhaps fans will have the chance to witness Clark finally take part in a 3-point contest over that weekend as well. Naturally, the genuine excitement will revolve around the Fever's performance in the postseason, particularly in light of the expectations. Nonetheless, there is a considerable amount to look forward to once the commencement of the 2025 WNBA season arrives. It has been officially announced that Caitlin Clark, the standout player for the Indiana Fever, will participate in the national championship game featuring South Carolina and the University of Connecticut during the Women's NCAA tournament on Sunday. Clark will appear on The Bird and Taurasi Show, hosted by WNBA icons Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, who also provided coverage for the Final Four event on Friday. Clark, Taurasi, and Bird are undoubtedly knowledgeable in their field, having each established significant reputations throughout their collegiate careers. Clark was a prominent player for Iowa, while Taurasi and Bird led the Huskies to success. The 23-year-old guard for the Fever has been following the Hawkeyes closely, even attending several of their games this season. Upon the announcement that former Iowa assistant coach Raina Harmon will assume the role of head coach for Florida Gulf Coast University, FGCU, Clark conveyed a powerful message. During their tenure at Iowa, Clark and Harmon made consecutive appearances in the national title game and secured 5 Big Ten Conference championships. Harmon succeeds Chelsea Lyles, who resigned last month to become an assistant coach with the Atlanta Dream. Lyles previously guided FGCU to its 8th consecutive appearance in the Women's NCAA tournament, where the Eagles were defeated by Oklahoma in the first round. Harmon's enthusiasm, dedication, and commitment to student athletes along with her coaching experience, will inspire ongoing progress and success for the FGCU women's basketball program, stated Colin Hargis, Director of Athletics at FGCU. In response, Harmon shared her sentiments about the privilege of leading FGCU. I am eager to engage with the FGCU community, our supporters, and, most importantly, our players as we begin this journey together, remarked Harmon. WNBA star Caitlin Clark's lighthearted suggestion of participating in flag football during the Los Angeles Olympic Games has been met with excitement, despite assurances that she will not receive any special privileges. The standout player for the Indiana Fever, Clark, proposed the idea of competing in dual sports at the 2028 Olympics, which coincides with the introduction of flag football in the Olympic arena. Clark was in attendance at the NFL's annual gathering in Palm Beach, Florida, this week, where she participated in a discussion panel alongside tennis icon Serena Williams, sharing her enthusiasm for flag football. I recall attending my brother's football games and thinking, why can't I play football? I would have loved to participate in it, Clark reminisced, prompting Williams to respond, you would have excelled at it. Clark enthusiastically added, I would have played it. I would have relished the opportunity. I would have been fine. Perhaps in LA 2028, I will play two sports. If basketball doesn't work out, I might transition to flag football. At 23, Clark will reach the age of 26 by the time the Los Angeles Olympics take place. After missing the opportunity to compete in Paris last year, she is set to become an essential member of the team striving to defend its gold medal. Although her dedication to basketball may prevent her from participating in the flag football team, Scott Hallenbeck, the CEO and executive director of USA Football, expressed enthusiasm that the WNBA Rookie of the Year's thoughts are exciting because they highlight the significant progress of flag football. Nonetheless, Hallenbeck advised TMZ that any athletes attempting to transition from other sports to flag football must demonstrate their capabilities in order to earn a position on the team. He remarked, USA Football is determined to form the strongest possible team for the Los Angeles Olympics, and crossover athletes have already established their ability to compete in flag at elite levels. However, there is a procedure, and each athlete must justify their place for LA 28. The new WNBA season is imminent, with Clark and the Fever ready to commence their season under the leadership of new head coach Stephanie White against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky on May 17th. The Star Guard is already a vital contributor to her sport, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell articulated his eagerness for Clark to speak at the NFL's annual meeting. We're consistently seeking new insights, he stated. We have owners who are investing in sports, especially in women's sports. Clark has already become an icon at such a young age. She was present with the GOAT, Serena, who not only comprehends women's sports, but also understands the business aspect. I believe the perspectives from both of them were incredibly beneficial for ownership to grasp and learn from them. No other athlete in women's college basketball has gained as much from NIL deals as Iowa point guard Caitlin Clark, who had an NIL valuation of $3.1 million during her last season with the Iowa Hawkeyes. College athletes historically have not been permitted to earn money from their name, image, and likeness, NIL. However, 3 years ago, a combination of NCAA regulation modifications and state laws reinstated those rights, allowing them to enter into sponsorship agreements and benefit from their personal brands. Kelsey Mitchell, a guard for the Indiana Fever and teammate of Caitlin Clark, did not have the chance to benefit from NIL during her time at Ohio State. In an April 4th appearance on the Just Women's Sports Are Fun podcast, Mitchell articulated her amazement at the opportunities that NIL deals present. I was fortunate to witness Caitlin Clark and the experiences that she gained from it, and, this is unbelievable. She's receiving millions for this. It's hard to believe. Mitchell continued to express her admiration for how effectively her Fever teammate managed the pressures associated with her prominent endorsements. I came to admire individuals like Caitlin due to her elegant approach to challenges. the journey can certainly become overwhelming. Prior to providing guidance to current college athletes, she remarked, "Not all money is beneficial money." Numerous NIL agreements that Clark established during her collegiate career have transitioned into her professional endeavors within the WNBA, including collaborations with Nike, Wilson Basketball, and Gatorade.